Good day, I'm Samantha Allen and this is your JIS News for January 11. Cabinet entered day 2 of its special 3-day meeting at Jamaica House on Friday, focusing on finalizing the growth and development agenda for the approaching 2013-2014 fiscal year. Other medium-term plans are also being discussed. On Thursday, the executive reviewed an update from the International Monetary Fund, the IMF negotiating team. After those discussions, Information Minister Senator Sandria Faulkner said Cabinet gave directions to be shared with the IMF staff in order to conclude the negotiations.
The Prime Minister outlined to the team the administration's focus on growth, development and job creation. She emphasized that in order to achieve this over the medium term, it is vital that we reduce the burden of the national debt.
The Prime Minister also released a statement saying it was necessary to secure an agreement with the fund to underpin economic reform while providing adequate social protection for the poor and vulnerable. The 3-day meeting of the Cabinet will end on Saturday. National Security Minister Peter Bunting says part of the crime-fighting strategy going forward is to increase the size of the 2 major security forces. Addressing the Rotary Club of Ligonier Plains Thursday evening, Minister Bunting said only about 0.6% of Jamaica's population was enlisted in the JCF and the JDF. But the minister said if the country was to see the desired reduction in crime, there needed to be a reasonable percentage of the population involved in crime fighting.
For a country with a big crime problem, we have not put our resources against that problem. And so one of the things I'm targeting to do is increase the size of our security forces in terms of the numbers.
By the end of this fiscal year in March, he said over 1,000 policemen would be recruited and trained to boost the ranks of the JCF and ISCF. At the same time, the JDF would train some 600 recruits. The national sports policy is one step closer to reality, with consultations completed and the documents submitted to Cabinet for approval. The Department of Sports in the Office of the Prime Minister reviewed the Green Paper for the revised policy, and it was tabled in Parliament in November 2012. Sports Minister Natalie Nita Headley tells JIS News that the department's focus this year is to have the policy implemented. She says some of the views heard during the public consultation on the White Paper have been included in the document. The Department of Sports will also be focusing on the development of sports infrastructure, the advancement of sports programs, and several disciplines that have received little attention over the years. Minister Nita Headley says a strategy will be developed to broaden the sporting programs in preparation for the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Community colleges are being urged to find new patterns of thinking to remain relevant in today's society. The call was made by Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller at the 17th Conference of the Council of Community Colleges of Jamaica in St. Anne. She said community colleges needed to look at the labor market and tailor their programs to meet global demands for specific skill sets.
Therefore, the internal reform measures you employ must help to change your philosophy, change your academic offerings, change your teaching methods in some areas, change your partnership arrangements, and therefore change your image where necessary.
The Community College Conference was held under the theme Shaping the Future, the Changing Role of Community Colleges. And finally, a call back to love was the main focus of Thursday's launch of the 2013 National Leadership Prayer Breakfast.
There is a serious link between lovelessness and lawlessness. And we believe that if we can bring love back into our offices, our homes, and various places in Jamaica, that we will see remarkable changes in Jamaica.
In its 33rd year, the National Leadership Prayer Breakfast will be held on January 17 under the theme Love That Transforms. The Muirton Boys Home in Portland is the charity that will benefit from this year's staging of the prayer breakfast. And to cement this year's theme, the National Leadership Prayer Breakfast Committee has launched an 8-day prayer blitz leading up to January 17, which asks Jamaicans to pause daily to pray for the future of the nation. The prayer blitz covers a prayer for leadership in all aspects of nationhood, including the family, community, business, politics, and the judiciary. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Samantha Allen. Thanks for watching.